So there we have it, Buster Beach. Junior with a little bit of a set change though. Dropping that heavy arm Sparky that we saw, I mean not Sparky, the Megawatt that we saw in his set against Yam, knowing that a heavy arm would not be all too effective against Ripha's Ice Dragon Tri-Blast here, which is a fairly smart call. Ripha is still able to dodge those cracker hits and those coolering hits though, even with Junior trying to back Ripha into a corner here. Those Tri-Blasts, they just have a way of sneaking up on you, and they are bringing Junior down to no health. One last slide into that Ice Dragon is gonna go do the trick for her. There we go. Okay, sorry, just fixing the loadout a bit. And there we go. So Junior actually doing a bit better this round, switching to that roaster for the weight advantage to punch that Tri-Blast, but Ripha still zoning really well. Now Junior does have that rush, is going to go for the 375 damage off the corner, but Ripha dodging very nicely into that grab there, goes for it, whiffs another grab, but that is going to go lead to the rush, catching Junior with the arms extended. Ripha takes game number 1 of this grand finale. Scrapyard inspiring our band, and Junior chooses to go to Via Dolce. We're gonna go straight back into this. Now Junior is going to go back to the Guardian loadout. It is going to work a lot better on Via, since Via is such a narrow stage and Guardian just covers so much space, severely limiting Ripha's movement options. There is a nice Guardian hit after Ripha's teleport. And there is a nice shock hit from Junior. Both players do have their rushes though, but Ripha is at very low health, and Junior just trying to use the raw rush here because of that, the way that Ram Rush works. It does catch Ripha's teleports a lot, but Ripha, knowing this, backing off just the right way, will equalize the health differentials a bit more, but still on the back foot here. Has to find a way to get back into things with 20 seconds remaining, but Junior is gonna get that Ram around the side. Now Ripha is gonna try to go for the curved arm here for the slam to go around Junior's shield. But while the Salamander does have a very small hitbox, so it won't be able to get parried as easily, it does miss a bunch if Junior does decide to go for those micro dashes with that shield out. Now Ripha trying to approach has to be so careful against that shield, and Junior has leveraged this shield really well, only taking less than a quarter here while Ripha is on one hit away, and Junior using that shield on Via Dolce so well to take back game number 2. Sorry, I forgot to update scores here. It's updated now. Scrapyard and Temple are banned from Junior's side. Ripha wants a stage with a lot more space, so DNA Lab it is for game number 3. Junior is still going for that. I was gonna say that Ram Guardian set has also teched in a Tri-Bolt, which is interesting. I've not seen that arm really used frequently on Cobra at all. But it is Junior's call. It's gotta be here for a reason. Junior still managing to bring Ripha into the corner here with a bunch of nice Ram connections. Ripha getting a 1-2 to knock Junior back a bit away. DNA Lab is a huge rectangle, but even a rectangle still has corners. So Junior trying to mainly stay in the center here and bring Ripha to the edges. Both players not being able to use their rushes properly, both evading each other's rushes really well. Ripha going to the other side of the stage, but Junior just chasing him there. Using a really nice Ram hit there to kind of force Ripha's teleport out into that Guardian. On one hand, Ninjara's teleport is a really nice evasive option. On the other hand, stuff like that can just kind of happen. Now Junior does have that rush. Is going to try to go in close to Ripha, but that rush did not connect either. And now Ripha does have that rush to go into round 2 with. Junior just going for the, dropping the shield, going for the double Rams. So now Junior has the Ram. Ow. That was a tongue, I should not have done that. That was a big tongue twister. But those, especially on a Girth 5 character like Cobra, will cover so much space. Ninjara will not be able to side dash here. But not if Junior sends them both into the same direction, allowing Ripha to dash in the other direction. But with those Ninjara teleports, there is no way to escape that double Ram rush. But there is going to be a nice rush from Ripha to roughly equalize the health. But Junior is going to go up close to try to finish off things with those Ram hits in there. A bunch of nice pokes from Ripha though, and that last lingering hitbox of the explosive Tri-Blast will seal out the life here. And Ripha taking things back here, goes up 2-1. Whoops. rung layout. So let's see where we're going for game number 4. Sparring and Via are banned from Ripha's side as usual. I mean, not as usual, but definitely banning Via after Junior's performance there in game number 2. And Junior choosing to go for the other small stage with lots of corners, which is going to be Buster Beach. So we are seeing Junior bring back those double gloves. Gonna try to use those to punch out those ice dragons in the middle of the air. This is going to be a bit more vulnerable to Tri-Blast though. So let's see how Junior can play against Ripha's signature style here with the double glove. So far, Junior is ahead here, keeping Ripha into the corner there, making full advantage of Buster Beach's map design to just limit Ripha's movement options. Ripha trying to escape the corner there with that knockdown, with that ice, and will slowly move into the other side of Buster Beach here. Now Junior does get another hit in on Ripha, and that tracking on Ripha's dash to the side there will give Junior the first round. Ripha trying to close onto Junior to get at least a few hits in there to get that health lead. Goes for the rush, will only get 210 damage there, possibly due to a bit of an interaction with that Buster Beach slope. Now Junior going in for the rush will get a lot of damage with that close range glove rush. Just trying to keep Ripha from running away and setting up one of those Tri-Blast Ice Dragon 1-2s that cover so much space, because Tri-Blast Ice Dragon is a combo. Oh, what? I guess both players were a bit surprised there at that Ice Dragon not hitting during the rush, and Ripha just taking that at the end anyway. Yeah, both players may be experiencing a little lag here. Ripha just deciding not to use that Dragon Rush for a second time, going for the Slamamander here. And Junior is gonna have a full glove rush here. Going into game number 3, uses that on the approach. And a full glove rush plus another glove hit is almost Ripha's entire health bar, and that is another glove hit putting Ripha down at Magic Pixel. This is... Ripha has to play perfectly here to get back into the game. Sadly not even hitting that slam rush here because Ripha was a bit too far away, and Junior will thread one of those gloves through to finish things off. Now, Ripha and Junior will be resetting their connections, checking their connections to see if everything's okay on their side, because they did experience a little bit of online weirdness during the last bit of that match. Ripha visually throwing out a Dragon Rush on his side that didn't do any damage at all. So yeah, just waiting a little bit here. Alright, Ripha does seem to be back, so I think we maybe... Okay, so it looks like Ripha has reset his stuff, and Junior might be resetting on his side too, but that last game is going to count because Ripha is saying he would have lost anyway, even with the full rush going through. So we are still at a 2-2. Yeah, I should probably add that point in from Junior. So we are gonna have one last game between these two. Junior is going to be banning, so we are probably going to go to a bit of a wider stage. Either Temple Grounds or DNA Lab or something similar to this. Or Mausoleum. We are going to go to Temple. Ripha, of course, wanting to opt to choose a stage which is a bit larger here. And both players sticking to the loadouts they know best. Junior bringing in that roaster, which did win him that last round, but choosing to go for Roaster Guardian here, which is a nice blend between that Rambram Guardian and those double roasters we did see before. Needing something a bit wider to block those Ice Dragons. Ripha getting 3 punches into that Guardian to knock it down to the floor. Is not going to be able to get the punish off of that though. Ripha going in up close to get that Tri-Blast rush off and does get 350 off it. Now Junior almost has the rush back to try to potentially equalize the health differential. There's the Glove Rush connecting with the shield on the back for 310 damage. Junior still a bit on the back foot though. Ripha trying to keep Junior away by using that high ground and jumping up and sending Ice Dragons from above that are a bit more difficult to block with the shield even. Now both players have exchanged pokes to the point where they both have their rushes back. And Junior is going to use his on to Ripha, getting 310 damage off. But Ripha just being a bit not too cautious with that timer, does not get back close enough to Junior to get the counter rush ready. Because that clock was ticking down. Junior gonna stay on that Guardian roaster here. Gonna stay a bit farther away from the start. At the start to stay safe. Junior dashing into the side to try to avoid that rush, but Ripha closing in with that movement will still get the angle with Tri-Blast to get the full damage on. And one more poke will send Junior to roughly half health. Now Junior does have the rush back ready, is closing in, trying to get the position where Junior can get a guaranteed rush onto Ripha. And that Ice Dragon is out and gonna miss Junior, and that's just the opportunity Junior needs. One more glove from so far up close. We'll get the knockdown onto Junior, but a nice 1-2 from Ripha will roughly tie up the health differentials. Now Ripha does have the rush ready. Is gonna jump over the shield to try to get the Tri-Blast set in, but no, Junior just dodges that and gets a nice grab onto Ripha, and one more glove hit in on the approach will give the point to Junior. And Junior takes winners finals over Ripha 3-2. Oh, okay, this loadout is completely broken, whoops.